Get the camera turned off right. I didn't ever look at it. Oh, that's better. Get one or two people to come on here. Well, that's a nice little light.
What's up, guys?
Hey, people.
SEK Audits.
Hey, everybody. It's Okie Audits coming at you. We've had well, actually, let me give proper credit. I've got the beautiful SEK Audits over here, and she's live on her channel. So you notice that both of us are live right now. I know a lot of you, I have some subscribers that kind of cared about what's going on. She's got her subscribers that cared what's going on, and just wanted to make sure everybody got in the loop, if you will. So this is the best way I could figure it out. So we're here tonight in our kitchen, just hanging out with y'all. Just going to kind of give you a quick breakdown, update. May do some repeating as time goes on here. As people join, we may have to repeat just a little bit.
Hey, News Now, OKC.
News Now on? What's up, my buddy? My homeboy over there. I love my News Now OKC. Anyway, let's kind of just cover what's going on here. This is, like I said, just an update from the Morgan County Sheriff's Office in the city of Versailles, Missouri. We were there doing a First Amendment audit on the December 29th, I believe it was. It was right around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, if my memory serves me correct. Y'all seen the video? I was just walking around, narrating, doing kind of what Okie does, just going around. Made it about 3/4 way around. I had one interaction there at the very front of the building, and he said I couldn't do what I did, and I told him I could. Blew him off, went around, got to the side of the building. The Versailles Police Department showed up. That would be
Versailles.
Officer Miller, 555, showed up in the cop car.
Hey,
He was the one that was saying you can't be back here, it's restricted. I said, show me the sign. We went up there just a little bit, and he said it's authorized vehicles only and that people, and I said, nah, that's not how this works. And from there to me being pushed up on the cop car with 4 or 5 cops happened extremely quick. If these guys showed up, the other officer showed up, it went from 0 to 100 in 186 seconds. It was fast. Certainly want to give much credit, much love to SEK Audits. She had the, she knew what to do. She was there being a backup. She picked up the phone, started hitting the record button, and was able to get you that secondary footage. It was just very, very evidential. And I think, gosh, that she was there. I'm telling you, without her being there, they were fixing on beating the brakes off of me. The way that those grabbed me and they were pushing on me, yeah, I was hulked up. I was holding my own, but you got 6 big dudes.
I am brave, aren't I?
Let's just say that they were ready to educate me. So because she was there with her camera, it went differently. So many credits to SEK Audits. If you're not a subscriber to her, you should get over there and give her a quick like and a subscribe. And she is an incredibly amazing backup auditor. She's growing her channel a little bit here, a little bit there. So very appreciative of what she did. Let's talk about the call flood that happened. You guys are amazing. Get my finger pointers just right. You guys are amazing.
Where's Waldo? What happened?
You guys shut down both of their Facebooks. Shut it down. They turned it off. You guys were hammering the crack out of it. And the negative comments that you were leaving, you take credit for that. So thank you for shutting down their Facebook. And then I also want to say that from what I've heard and what I understand, you also shut down both of their voicemails.
Here?
You could not leave a voicemail at either the sheriff's office or the city police department. You guys did that.
Hi,
Okie says thank you for that. SEK says thank you for that.
Thank you for that. Appreciate y'all.
So that is
Norman,
completely
Norman,
awesome.
Oklahoma. Don't know what's up. Thanks for tuning in.
So they took us in. They took
Appreciate
us
ya.
in all the way in. They gave me conflicting stories. I was arrested. I was detained. I was arrested. I was detained. I was arrested. Detained. Did they tell you anything?
I was detained. I was out in like general pop holding. I believe that you were in.
I was in the holding tank.
He was in the cage because nobody knew who he was, but this guy knew who I was. So I got the old slammer first. So I basically hung out in the holding room with, I don't even know what was her name.
Letitia or something.
Some two beautiful, like, lovely ladies. And a booking dude.
Yeah. Butch Dyke.
I was my typical self. Not so happy and peppy, but still, I was heard. I was known. Had like a group of Mexicans come in. Nothing against the Mexicans, but these guys were just, ooh, baby. Kind of.
They were giving her the 1-2 buckle my shoe. Complete
kind
work
of very.
I'm in the holding tank. Nothing I could do.
You know, kind of uncomfortable, but you know, I handled it. Basically, they took my stuff, they put it in their little evidence, whatever. Said I had up to 24 hours that I could be held there while the arresting officer decided what I was being charged with. Did my mug shot. I got this awesome, and I'm telling you, wish I didn't have to cut it off because I'd wear it every day.
Souvenir.
Every day. Souvenir. And this is another funny story, if anybody knows me, which y'all don't, because here I am. I'm a country girl. Simple mind, simple pleasures. Doesn't take much to please little old Wendy. Or S-E-K. But, I'm a nature girl. Like rocks. So I was booked in with my e-cigarette and a rock. Isn't that funny? I mean, like, come on, that's funny shit right there. But yeah, old dude gives me a little bottle of shampoo. Tells me several times, because I'm arguing I don't want to wash my hair with shampoo. Have to take a shower. Orange was my new black. Get out. Go to the holding cell with a gal that had been in there for 5 days. Super nice. Let me have a drink of her water. She said, don't drink out of the toilet water. We sat down. We tell our life stories, you know, because that's what you do when you go to jail. And she was a pretty cool chick. I wasn't trying to bust her out, though. Let's get that straight. But yeah, look, you know, keep peeping over the door. And Okie, Audits, and this other guy were like, you know, we're going home. So that was pretty cool. And things I believe would have been differently. Would have went differently if our situation wasn't the way that it was, because I would have put up more of a fight, I guess, because I just, I don't go down easy, I guess you could say. So, I don't know what else I'm going to say right now.
Well, that's an awful lot of it. I didn't get as far into the system as she did. She got the full, got the mug shot. She got the orange is the new black, mandatory strip search.
Orange is not my new black. I do not look good in orange. I said, and then they didn't even let me keep the orange overalls. And I kind of understood that. And then the guy tells me, I said, so can I keep these flip-flops? Yeah, you keep them. So I get ready to rock out some flip-flops. Man, no, you can't keep those. We're sorry. What? Seriously. But whatever.
Anyway.
It's whatever.
So she was, let me grab this little brown dog.
Are you guys going to get a lawyer?
Say hi to,
man, I'm going to have somebody open up a GoFundMe to get a lawyer, because I don't know how any of this works.
Okay, so I'm going to cover the lawyer thing very quick, very quick. So we was in there I think about 3 hours or so.
Hey, you guys.
And the Officer Miller, and I guess Lindy showed her bracelet. I didn't get a bracelet. I didn't quite get that far. But if you can see, Morgan County Sheriff's Office, and my arrest number is a 201-8023-28. Is what mine is. So I got this, and of course Lindy got her little bracelet. That's our little audit souvenirs, if you will.
And my rock, wherever it's at.
And a rock. It's still in the dope baggie they gave you, too.
Yeah, I made him give me 2 separate bags.
Okay, so I was getting processed in. I had sat in that holding cell, watched these illegal immigrants just giving her the once over. They were really staring her down. I'm in the holding cell behind them. Lindy's going through the process. Like I said, she got the strip search, she got the orange jumpsuit, she got thrown in the...
I really got pissed off when they said, you got to wash your hair with this gel shampoo. No, I don't. I would have done it without a complaint. But they give me a little bitty old tiny man comb. That's not going to comb this stuff out. No.
And then...
It's a bad deal.
I had got my picture taken. Official mud shot, if you will. And then Officer Miller shows up. He had called the county attorney. Conversation, I imagine, went something like this. Ha 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 ha. I got a couple guys and a guy and a gal. They were walking around taking pictures of our holding facilities and our place. Boy, boss, I got you a good one. He goes, they did what? They got, they were walking around taking pictures. Did they do anything else? Oh, they were just taking pictures, boss. Oh, you, Miller, you need to go down. I don't care what you're doing. You need to go to that jail, and I mean now. And you need to get those two out of there immediately and give them our deepest apologies from our county. You tell them we're sorry. And tell that, what was his name? The nice guy. No bad information to be said about this guy. 2948 Officer Richard Gettler. If you're watching, sir, you are a fine booking officer. Extremely respectful. I needed a drink of water. You allowed me to get a drink of water. Wasn't a prick. You were doing your job.
Didn't find my glove, though.
Couldn't find her glove. We lost the glove. A $30 pair of gloves, and we lost a freaking pair of gloves. Still haven't found it, so thanks for that. Anyway, Richard Gettler, you get a pass from Okie. Would you agree with, or did you have the girl most of the time, didn't you? You had the other girl.
I was bumping my guns to both of them.
Yeah. I have no hard feelings whatsoever to Richard Gettler, Officer 2948.
They were both good.
He did his job. He was cool. So I'm not upset with him. He didn't go out there and throw cuffs on me and try to beat the brakes off of me. So much respect to you, sir. Okay. So yeah, he came up and he gave explicit directions to this Richard Gettler guy. These two, per the county attorney, are to be released immediately. They were in the process of booking other people and doing other things. 1-2 buckle my shoes.
I don't think that was I don't know the population of it. I didn't look it up, but that was not a very big town.
I am telling you, all things stopped.
They were a little overwhelmed.
And they were on an express mission to get us out of there. From the time Miller came up, said, we ain't gonna fuck, we are not going to mess with you. Humble and deepest apologies. Nothing you did was illegal, and we're sorry. Which is code for don't sue us. We got out of there pretty quickly. They didn't follow us out of town. They had already found our pickup, I think.
That the door may have been unlocked on, and they may have seen a firearm in it.
They my
So how
key
do you-
clicker, what they did, they took the key clicker and took it out of the evidence room, and they were driving around, pressing buttons until my truck went beep, 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 beep. Bingo, we got him now. It's a legal pickup. You know, what? Woo, you found my pickup. Now, if you listen to my audio, they were going after me. We got to find that prick's car. He didn't just walk up here. Listen to the end of the video, you'll hear it. Okay, all that said, we got out of there. One more thing. What we were held on, there was a 24-hour no phone call. No phone calls were to be made. I had children, about an hour away, that were expecting me home. So we cooperated a little bit.
Do not do audits when you have children in your care.
Yeah, that's
not a good idea.
No more audits when my children are depending on me to get home. That's what I said
earlier, that if circumstances were not the same as they were, I would have acted differently because I would have turned up the extra bit.
We wanted to get home. Our absolute top priority at that point was to get home. Get home to our kids. These were not my
children, they were his children. But still yet, they're your children at that point. And your mom mode kicks in if you got a mom mode, and that's what kicked in. But I would have been the main bitch.
So I have spent a couple of days since then working the phones, trying to find an attorney. Here's how this goes. I've called several of them. Long story short, we technically probably weren't arrested. We were detained for about 3 hours. The amount of damages that can be had for about a 3-hour detention ain't squat. You have to go in their backyard, file charges on the Versailles City PD, and go into the Versailles County Jail Lawyer Center. These guys are brother-in-laws. The sister-in-laws, they go coffee together. The thin blue line. You're asking that neighbor to press charges on that neighbor when they're part of their clan.
And the community of the Lake of the Ozarks.
So that was a big deal right there. I was told today, yeah, I seen your video. You got one heck of a good case. You really do. I've seen it. I watched it.
That's all everybody
I found
says.
a very, very First Amendment friendly attorney. He swore a lot more than I did. He was kind of a cool dude. Talked to him out of St. Louis. He was not part of the little Versailles lawyer community, if you will. He had no sticks in the game, if you will. He was outside of that network, and you betcha, we could go get him. But here's the deal.
Yeah, they did violate our rights, but I mean, who has an extra 10 grand to throw around, you know?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I don't.
He said to fight it on a local level, it's a $10,000 retainer to get started. $10,000.
I mean,
it's
like
likely going to cost $15,000. This isn't I beg for money. This isn't here's the deal. If there's somebody out there that's got deep pockets and want to spend some money, email okieaudits@gmail.com. We'll have a conversation. We'll take this to court. We have a good case. But, you know, $5 donation, $10 donation, there won't be enough of them to come up with the $10,000. So we're not going to set up a PayPal. If you happen to be rich, email okieaudits@gmail.com. We'll have a great conversation. His advice was to publicly shame him or shame them. And I said, oh yeah, we got that covered. We've gotten some news coverage. We got some Facebook. You found some stuff. We got, like I said, the voicemail was turned off. The social media is turned off. You guys with the call floods.
Represent yourself. You don't need a lawyer.
You made that.
Represent myself. I don't need a lawyer.
That sounds great. I don't know how. I don't know how.
I would be horrible at that. I'm mean. And I test, and I get kicked out, like, immediately.
And then he made a comment, well, if you want to take it out of their backyard and move it to federal, that's fine. You can do that. He said, I'm not that attorney, but federal is more expensive. You need $15,000 to get started, and it's probably going to take $20,000.
$1 billion.
There you go.
Sorry.
So, you know, 1,000 or two, I could sell a couple of rifles. We could get something like that handled. I mean, everybody knows my channel. I'm a Second Amendment guy. I have firearms. Some of them I don't need. We could turn them into cash.
But
I'm not turning $10,000 of them
we
into
didn't
cash.
get charged.
So,
We
with
didn't
that
do
said,
anything wrong, so we didn't get charged.
they win, I lose.
That's why
I
these
tried.
piglets
I
get
put up
away
the good
with
fight.
it because
We
lawyers'
had,
price is common, man. Out then.
I was hopeful that we could
I
get something
agree.
accomplished in the legal system. And without the ability of putting $10,000 in my checking account to hand to them,
You know.
Tonight it's a losing battle.
So that's kind of a question that I had because, you know, obviously I am the auditor's girlfriend who has stepped up into first place or whatever. I mean, I've stepped into the game. So we've got all these auditor guys. News Now, OKC, Picture Perfect, the Houston Cat, Patrick Starr. So we've all been violated. We've all had all these things happen, and it's 15 grand to do anything about it. So nothing gets done. So what exactly is what's the takeout of it? Why do you keep doing it?
We need to find,
Because, I mean,
we got to find a pro bono attorney that's willing to take this on.
I know, but like, who out there has like, that you know personally, and I'm just asking because I want to know these things. So all this stuff has happened and everybody, I mean like, because Patrick Starr, he just got charged with something or whatever. And
are you talking about News Now, Patrick?
yeah. You know, he gets charged with whatever. I mean, like, he's going to have to pay for that out of pocket or whatever, obviously. So, I understand the whole point.
We got Jason Williams doing the same thing. Now, there's a PayPal set up for him.
So, what I'm saying
is... That's the disabled
like,
veteran out of Muskogee.
Right. But
I'll be there for that rally, by the way. It's coming up on the 12th, 1 o'clock. News Now, okay, putting it together. Okie Audits will be there.
Okay, so, yeah, that's just my thing. I understand why you keep doing what you do, but I mean, like, when does it, has it gotten anyone justified? You know, I understand there's justification in it because you get to go on this YouTube channel and you get to prove that your rights are upheld. But ultimately, you know, what do? Do you just keep doing it? You go into jail, have this time, and then you can't pay for it because you don't have the money, or, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like...
Fighting for our rights is worth it. I mean, you go back to what we did in Tulsa at the gathering place. I mean, I came within 1 inch of going to jail.
Right.
Those cops wanted nothing better to do than to take me down.
I understand.
And beat me down. Well, they didn't necessarily want to beat me down at that one.
Right.
But they so wanted to take me to jail that day.
And here's where I'm at with it. And I'm not calling out names. I'm not saying anything about nobody because I'm me. I'm going to be honest with you. Just what I said. Why do you keep doing it if there's never justification?
But here's the deal. We're making changes.
Right. Well, I understand that.
So I had the conversation with Picture Perfect today on the way home.
Uh-huh.
One, I'm a little surprised that there hasn't been a follow-up audit from somebody, and his comment is, dude, it's out past the sticks. There's nobody that lives out there. And, okay, I'll give you that. But we've got a lot of auditors through the country. There hasn't been one yet.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my prediction. With us shutting down their social media, shutting down their voicemail,
right,
where they were not answering the phone anymore because they were tired of the call flood.
Right.
Thank you. Somebody else comes along there and does a very similar audit, and they walk around the building. They may step out and have a presence. And personally, I'm okay with that. Showing a little show of force that we're here. It's not an abandoned building. We got inmates and we got guns. and we know how to use them,
Right.
that's fine. But to come up to an auditor and beat the brakes off of them and throw them up against the car hood and give them a gosh dang good kidney punch and say, I'm going to take you down, boy? No, that's not fine.
Right.
But because when I say we, you flooded them with conversation, they are not going to mess with another auditor there again. That's my prediction.
That. I mean, I understand that, and that.
So we made a change. We're not getting a change through the legal.
Here. I can hear you, so please just tone it down a little bit.
We made a change, but it's just not through the legal system.
Okay, and there's another point I'm going to take. I'm just not going to take it. Just going over there.
Kind of like the gathering place.
I get it. You know,
we went from being forcibly thrown out
it's all right.
to you can now carry your firearms in there. It was an effort. You got News Now, KC, Picture Perfect, Mitch, an organization which I belong to. Is it
sideways? I always do it the other way. I feel very freaking sideways right now. I need to set it up, don't I?
Our efforts made a difference there.
Do I? Tell me.
So, and I also think our efforts will make a difference in Versailles, Missouri.
I just want all the auditors to be doing it because it's sideways. I told you. This lady Zaga, she knows what she's talking about. Is it better now? Yes, it is better. I just think that, and my hope is, I stand behind everybody supporting this and doing this, and I'd go out and do it again. But everybody needs to be in it for the right. Thank you. You're so kind. I knew I was doing it right the whole time. Appreciate you. Everybody needs to do it for the right reasons. For the First and Second Amendment to have their rights upheld. Not for YouTube videos and likes and subscriptions and money. If you're out there doing it because that's what you firmly believe, right the fuck on. But if it's a monetary value, it's not right. And I believe that some of us get caught up in it. And maybe you do. Maybe you get caught up in the suspense. But I know that in some of that, it costs people their sanity, friendships. It's affected my life, and I've not been on the front line of it. So everybody do it for the right reasons. Do it because for your freedoms.
You carried in the gathering place.
I understand that, and that's a freedom, and that's a front line.
You were there. You did it.
Yeah, I remember. Mm-hmm. I do. I was, yeah.
You did good.
Pretty vague. I remember. But just do it for the right reasons.
She's downplaying it. She's been on the front lines all summer.
I'm not downplaying it. I've had it downplayed on me. So, what do you do? I'm just saying, do it for the right reasons. Don't let it overtake your life. And I get why everybody does it. I'm not trying to say don't go out and do it. Don't go out and defend your freedoms. Don't go out and do that. Don't let it take over your world. Don't let it be you. Be you and that. Be an auditor. But understand where you're at in life. And that's just all I gotta say. Next, move on.
I think I'm done here.
Auditor number next one.
There you go. So my takeaway is thank you. Thank you for the call flood, the emails. We shut Versailles, Missouri down. We shut Morgan County down. That was your effort.
I'll tell you.
They screwed up. You know the deal. Unfortunately, I don't have 10 grand to take it further. But there was a difference made, and you're responsible. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. That's coming from Okie Audits. SEK Audits, was anything you'd like to say? Parting shot across the bow.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. There is people out there who just want the money. There's people out there who want the fame, the likes, the subscriptions. They get kicks out of that. Your main purpose for this should be your freedoms, if that's what you really stand for. It's not an alter ego. Now, well, maybe it is an alter ego, but be you. I'm always me. I'm always the wild and crazy guy or gal. So that's just what I'm talking about. I don't really have anything else to say. I appreciate everybody's, support. Like I said, I've been at this little battle for a minute. I still believe in fighting it. Even a little bit more angry to go fight it and do another one for the right reasons. But I do what I do. People respect it or they don't. Get credit for it or you don't. And it's about where I'm at with it. So I appreciate y'all.
Alright, Okie Audits out. Sounds like SEK Audits is out. Stewie is ready to get some loving. Rub his ears in the chair. So we thank everybody. Good night and carry on the good fight.
Good night. God bless you. How you turn it off? You're welcome, Lindsay.
Hit the X at the top.
Y'all be safe. Stay cool on your stool. Are you sure you want this stuff to spin?